Yeah. They gave him the guns, watched him shoot for fun. Called it diplomacy, son. The war had just begun. The handshake was sealed, the contracts revealed, the blood of the innocents. That's how the deal was healed. Baghdad blazing, the skyline hazing. They called him a threat, but back then they was praising. Shook his hand in '83, gave him land and a plan. Turned the one to dead or alive when he went off brand. Halliburton moving, the oil fields grooving. Stock price spiking while a mother's heart was bruising. Weapons of mass destruction, psychological production. The PowerPoint lie that became mass civilian reduction. They built him up, then silk covered the guilt. Wrote his name on the bullet that they tilt chambered and spilt. Who profits from the profits of war and their rockets? Blood in the street, gold in their pockets. They fund the guns and run to the sun. Call it a mission when the mission ain't done. Body done, body done, body done. Body count rising, the market surprising. Raytheon thriving, why the kids stop surviving? Afghan deserts, a freedom fighter they plan to arm every clan. Then they act like they can't understand. Operation Cyclone, the wind they had blown came back as a hurricane, reaped what was sown. They gave him the stingers, now he's pointing at singers of democracy. The ringers become the bringers. Twin towers fell, the stock market swelled. Defense contractors excelled, $1 trillion spell. Patriot Act, they taxed the civil facts. Tracked every contact, freedom got cracked in half. They found him in a compound, no trial, no ground, just a sound. The asset goes underground. Who profits from the profits of war and their rockets? Blood in the street, gold in their pockets. They fund the guns and run to the sun. Call it a mission when the mission ain't done. Body done, body done, body done. Body count rising, the market surprising. Raytheon thriving, why the kids stop surviving? Lockheed Martin, they parting the sea. Every missile a whistle, a GDP. Boeing loading, the coffers exploding. Senators voting on budgets they holding. The media feeding the fever, believe it. Embedded reporters making quarters receive it. Yellow ribbon on the car, but we giving veterans the short end, struggling and living. The flag is a brag for the ones with the bag. Your son's in the sand, but they sons in the jag. They name a war after terror, that's insane. The terror was always the name of their game. Saddam got the noose, Osama got the sea. But the architects of chaos, they got legacy. Libraries, foundations, speaking fees and stations. The blood on their hands is washed by ovations. So next time they sell you the enemy's face, ask who shook their hand and follow the trace.